My now ex-girlfriend threw our meal on the ground out of anger because I said I didn't want to eat it anymore. Some background. Today's my birthday. I celebrated it with my girlfriend yesterday because she works in a different city and had a day off. To be honest, I had mixed emotions throughout the day. I started off excited because she told me she would plan everything and I should just follow her, which I did. She also said that today is my birthday, so if I want to do or eat anything, I should let her know. She wants me to feel happy and special. She gave me a pair of sneakers as a gift. First thing in the morning, unfortunately, they weren't my size. She bought 10.5, and I'm a 13. And she mentioned that it's past the return time, so not much we can do about it. I was really grateful for the gift, although slightly disappointed, because I've told her my shoe size a bunch of times, and I think she could have asked me, or checked my shoes to confirm. But this was just a back-of-my-head thought, which I didn't let trump my gratefulness. We had dinner later that night. She booked and I paid. She got a really nice cake, which I was thrilled about. Before we cut the cake together, she pulled out a card and with a smile, asked me if I wanted to read it myself, or if she should. I agreed for the latter. A split second later she laughs and shows me the card. It's totally blank. In the moment I didn't react and I kinda nervously giggled, but inside, it just felt weird. I wasn't a fan of that joke. And as someone who values sentiment over material value, that joke kinda hurt. But I let it go and continued to enjoy the meal with her. After dinner, we were meant to play billiards together and stay up until midnight to celebrate my birthday. So we went home to drop off the cake first. She was tired and fell asleep, which I can't fault her for, and I figured it would be fucked up to wake her in the name of sticking to the plan. A few hours later, she woke up, and it was already too late to go, so I suggested we can just watch something together instead. She agreed and ordered our favorite restaurant, which I usually buy for us to enjoy together every day. Typically when ordering, I need to make some notes for them to provide extra sauce, because their standard sauce portion is super tiny, not enough to enjoy the whole meal properly. She insisted that she order, and it's my birthday, so I obliged. I asked her if she can please make a note on the order to ask for some extra sauce. She forgot to make a note before placing the order, so I told her we can just send them a message on the platform, and if they see it before they send the order out, they'll provide. She got annoyed immediately, saying that they already provide sauce. Why should we inconvenience them to provide extra? She then sarcastically said, if I want more sauce, I should just buy a whole bottle. Why do I need to ask them for extra? I felt like this was such a small ask, and I truly never ask her for much at all. And her attitude just made me feel like I'm practically begging for it. Of course, I acknowledge that it's her treat, but some extra sauce isn't much. SN. On a daily basis, if she's with me, she doesn't even have to lift a finger when she wants something to eat or something fun to do. She's very picky, but I pay close attention to what she likes and do my best to fulfill her wishes, as I believe a partner should. Eventually, I convinced her to send the message, and she did. So I was happy about that. My main pain point? When the food arrived, we started eating. I was super happy and excited. Little things like my favorite food really just make me ecstatic. We finished the first sauce super quickly, as usual do, and I mentioned to her that this is why I always ask for extra. So there's enough for us to finish the whole meal. She got angry immediately and threw one of the extra sauces in my direction, saying, just eat all the sauce. Stop complaining about the... I don't feel like I was complaining at all. Just making convo with her and explaining to her my eating habits. But her attitude was so poor towards me. It made me feel like not even eating anymore. I told her I don't want to eat it anymore. She can finish the rest. Immediately, she grabbed the tray of food and threw it on the ground. Food everywhere. This put me over the edge. What she did felt so disrespectful and uncalled for. I told her that wasn't cool, and she replied by saying, "If I don't want to eat it anymore, I shouldn't give a shit what she does with the food." Side note, one of the recent previous times when she ordered food for us, she got annoyed and literally spit in the food and said, "Now it's my food and my food only. I won't give you any to eat." I forgave her for this, but after what she did today, I felt it was so disrespectful. After trying to talk to her about what she did, she just got in bed and turned her back to me, playing on her phone. Zero remorse or care for what she did or how it made me feel. I stood there with the pile of food beside my feet, in total shock. Obviously, this led to further argument, and her attitude just made me more and more angry. So I let it slip that I didn't like the fact that she pulled that joke about the empty birthday card. This just escalated things further, and eventually, she said she doesn't want to be with me anymore, and we should break up. As I said before, I came to her city to spend my birthday and planned to stay for a few weeks, but as a result of wanting to break up, she told me to pack my shit and kicked me out of her home at 5 in the morning. A lot more hurtful things were said throughout, but to me the biggest escalation and problem is that she threw our food on the ground like that. AITA? TLDR. My girlfriend ordered delivery for us on my birthday, and she got annoyed because I wanted her to leave a note for the restaurant to add more sauce. She had a bad attitude about it, but eventually agreed. While eating, as we used the sauce up quickly, I showed her that the normal sauce portion is easy to finish quickly and not enough for the meal, and she got super angry and threw a sauce container at me, telling me to take it all. My point wasn't that I wanted more or to have it all, but just to show her why I typically order it this way. Her throwing the container at me killed my vibe and my appetite, so I told her I didn't want to eat anymore. This led her to throw the entire platter of food on the ground out of anger, and she had no remorse or reaction after doing such. Obviously, this was extremely frustrating, and we had some back and forth about it, which included me informing her of how poorly I felt treated on my birthday. To add fuel to the fire, she is the one who broke up with me as a result of this whole debacle.